What up, Depth Chart? It's your boy, young broadcaster Jared Young, here on the set of the 2 Point Perspective for episode 10. Here with my co-host, Miles on the mic, Miles Sweeney. Miles, how you doing today, man?
I am doing good. I can't believe we made it. 10 episodes.
Well, guys, last week, Miles and I sat down. We came up with like 20 new ideas for different things that we want to do. So we're going to shake it up a little bit for you guys. As the weeks go on, we're going to start to sprinkle in a couple new things. It's episode 10, so we decided we'd throw a couple in today. And so, yeah. Yes, you.
Jared, Miles from the 2 Point Perspective. You had some ribs earlier this week. How did you mentally prepare and game plan when facing those ribs in that cook-off?
Yeah, man. I'm no novice to smoking, but I've only done a couple racks of ribs in my time, so I just decided that I was going to make my own dry rub, threw some cayenne, some paprika in there, preheated my grill to 225, and just let them roll.
Okay, sounds like quite the night. Quite the night the other night when you went to that concert. How did you handle the pressure and adversity of getting hammered as a seasoned veteran?
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's not my first time. I've been to a couple clubs in my time, so we decided to pregame around 9 o'clock, headed out to the club around 10:30, got there about 11. The line was pretty long, so we pregamed a little bit more while we were in line, and honestly, by the time we were inside, it was too late.
And a hard-fought night like that must have taken a toll. What was your process for recovery that next morning?
Yeah, well, I had to get up the next day and go take care of my mom's car. She was having some issues with her brakes, so I decided I was going to swap them out. Pretty early morning, had a pretty raging headache. Definitely had some Gatorade, some coffee, and some oatmeal.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you.
All right, it's time to open up for questions. We got a big crowd here. Let's do the handsome young man in the front.
Oh, thank you so much, first of all. Jared Young here from the 2 Point Perspective. Miles, I heard you watched UFC this weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
You know, I'm not a big UFC guy. I just went over to the boys' house, and we were just watching some fights, man. And we got to watch some greatness unfold. You know, just a quick little KO. That final event ended pretty quickly, and we had some celebratory practices after that.
Nice, man. I'm just curious, did you guys partake in any mind-altering substances while you were watching the fights?
Well, good question, Jared. We had a couple of beers, and after that fight was over, we decided to dabble in some scars. So, you know, nothing too crazy, nothing that'll hinder my performance this week, but we did dabble in some stuff.
I'm absolutely inspired. Miles, your fantasy team is 5-0 going into week 6. Some are calling you a fraud. How would you respond to your critics?
Well, I think a lot of those guys just don't know ball. You know, they don't watch the tape. They don't look at the analytics. They just see me alone at the top, and they're looking to tear me down. So I don't pay too much mind to it.
Thank you, Miles.
Of course.
All right, guys, let's head right into our roster shakeup. I'm going to start us off in our roster shakeup. Mac Jones came out this week. He crushed it. I'm kind of eating my words a little bit here. Once again, I feel like at this point, maybe I don't know ball, man. I'm eating my words again. Mac Jones was an animal out there.
On one leg.
Yeah, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
He's picking himself up off the ground on almost every single play, it seemed like. And, I know he had the issue with his knee, so really impressed by Mac Jones, and I think Brock Purdy maybe has to watch his back a little bit. What do you think, Miles?
Well, I think it gives the Niners a lot more confidence to let Brock Purdy fully heal.
Yeah,
they see Mac Jones come out. What is he? He's 3-0 as of right now. He's putting up good stats, and so I think it just gives them clarity to be like, Brock, you know, your little piggy can take time to heal, and Mac Jones got it. So
yeah, well, he may be playing again this week, maybe the starter again. Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, and Juwan Jennings all have not practiced yet this week. That's not a good sign as we head into Thursday tomorrow night. Moving on though. We had Mr. Amarion Hampton is on IR with an ankle injury. It's going to be Hassan Haskins, right? Haskins. Sorry,
yeah.
I had to double check that spelling real quick. Hassan Haskins is going to take over in the backfield. I know a lot of people are scraping for him on the waivers. If you're low on the waivers, if for some reason he's still there today, go ahead and scoop him up. The Chargers backfield is pretty wide open right now.
It's a good thing that they're throwing the ball well this year, because if they weren't, it would not be looking pretty. And they've lost a couple of bad games these past couple of weeks. So, it's an unfortunate injury, but they're going to bounce back. I think they're too well coached. They're too talented outside of that. So, speaking of bouncing back, are the Bengals going to bounce back with old man Joe Flacco back there, traded for Joe Flacco for a 5th-round pick? I don't think so. I think that poor guy's going to, behind that O-line, yikes. Everyone,
it's better than Jake Browning.
It is. Yeah. And everyone in America wanted Jameis Winston to be traded to that team.
So I saw a headline today. I didn't get to read it, but it said that Jameis Winston was never an option.
He was never on the market?
I guess not. Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson were not options for the Bengals, apparently. I don't know what that means. Like I said, I didn't get to finish reading it, but
that's too bad.
Yeah,
that's too bad. But Joe Flacco knows the AFC North just about as good as anybody. But he still might get killed behind that O-line, and that would be a shame. But we can think of a couple more shameful things that happened this week. It's the Hall of Shame. Couple of shameful things. And it makes me question why I like this team, why I support this team. But it is the Arizona Cardinals. What a loss. What just before we get into this, I just want to say I'm a very emotional guy when watching football, primarily anger. This is the first time in a long time that I actually laughed watching the Cardinals lose that game. Just because everything that happened was so ridiculous. We're going to get into that, but it was just that's the most Cardinal thing to ever happen.
It was pretty horrific.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Just if everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, and I just couldn't help but laugh because it was so ridiculous. Starting off, and this happened last week with the Donnie Mitchell. We literally talked about this, and I expressed my anger through that. I don't understand why people do this, but Amari
and you were so upset, and that wasn't even your own team.
That wasn't even my own team. I was mainly upset because he did it against the Rams. But Amari DiMercado, undrafted player, he was the 3rd-string running back. He breaks one out for 70. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Doesn't cross the goal line with the ball. And
drops it right as he's about
to cross. Mm-hmm. And oh my God, I don't understand why people do this. It's so and I said this last week, I'll say it again. Every franchise sees this 2 weeks in a row and they're like, all right, I don't care if you're the long snapper or if you're the backup punter. Everybody's going to grab the ball and practice running across the goal line because this is ridiculous. It really is. And you have something else that was completely ridiculous.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome for me, just because of how upset you were the week before about it, and then for it to happen to your own team.
Yeah.
So I love that we put that one in here. But mine was Kyler Murray takes a snap to the face and then falls.
Yeah. Yeah, literally knocked him back. And I'm not blaming that on Kyler. That was a premature snap, but how do you? He almost got concussed from that. He fell back. He was disoriented, and then Cam Newton 2.0. He didn't even bother diving on the ball.
I know,
and that made me mad. That was the most frustrating thing about that play. But Kyler, you're looking like you're going to be out the door after this year, just with the way everything's going. Whether to his fault or it's not his fault with the offensive play caller, but these are 3 bad losses in a row.
And a close second was that interception.
Oh my, that is some
fumbled for a touchdown.
That's some cartoon shit that happened.
That was
you
totally
pick it
cartoon.
off and then you fumble it, and then all the Cardinal DBs are kicking it into the end zone. They can't even dive on it, and then Tyler Lockett's in the right place at the right time. And I remember texting my brother-in-law, who's a Titans fan, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? At that point, I already knew, we're probably going to lose this game. But
it was kind of unbelievable. it was
really
hard to
unbelievable.
watch.
Yeah.
Well, I am sorry about that, Miles. But yeah, that's our first ever Hall of Shame. Let's move on.
I'm so glad it's the Cardinals.
All right, guys, a little bit of shame for me.
Yeah.
It's time for the dual threat bet. I am 1-8 in the dual threat bet. It is getting brutal out here, and you know, keep in mind, like we're pulling randomly. We pick random bets, we throw them in the crown, and we pick them out randomly each
and we
week.
both agree on them. It's not like I'm picking bets, you're picking bets, and then we're just hoping we're drawing our own. Like we agree on these. We pick the over or the under for them.
Yeah, my luck has just been awful. It's been really, really bad. I haven't had a win since preseason.
Yeah,
I have not had a win in the regular season yet.
And what was that win again that you got in preseason?
I'd have to look. I don't even remember. Here, let me see if I can pull it up.
But yeah, so while he's pulling that up, I am 4-5.
Oh, it was week 1.
It was week 1.
Yeah, week 1 JSN.
Plus
that's
59.5.
Yeah.
So our bets this week, I had Jerry Jeudy first catch under 9.5 yards, and then you had Justin Jefferson over 5.5 receptions in the first half. Correct?
It was just five plus receptions.
Okay,
he only had 3 in the first half. Are you kidding me?
Well, when we drew those, I thought we both had a chance to win, but I liked your bet.
My odds were good. I was stoked.
And did you wake up and watch that game?
I watched the second half of it. I didn't get up at 6:30 to
no,
watch the game.
Believe me, I didn't either. So the first thing I did when I woke up is I looked at the play-by-play.
If you don't remember from my press conference, it was a rough morning, so I wasn't getting up at 6:30 to turn on that game.
That's right. But yeah, first thing I did, I looked at the play-by-play and I saw Jerry Jeudy's first catch was a 30-yarder that called back for a penalty. And his next one was for 6 yards. So that was kind of hilarious.
That is brutal, man. Well, all right. So this week I'm hoping for some better luck. We got Seattle at Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And all right, Mr. Miles.
Okay.
Do 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 do. All right, you got yours?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. What do I want here? Come on, baby. Give me the money. Need a dub. All right, what'd you get?
Seattle's first drive ends in a turnover. Interception, fumble, turnover on downs, any of those.
That's a tough one.
That is tough.
That's a tough one. Yeah. All right. BTJ, first catch, plus 9.5.
Okay.
I feel like that's not that big of a stretch. A lot of the time, if he is getting the ball, he's getting the ball downfield. Yeah. So I'm going to cross my fingers here and hope that Trevor Lawrence can deliver the rock.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Well,
I'm not feeling too bad. We'll see.
I'm hoping that Hassan Reddick comes off the edge like a heat-seeking missile and strip sacks Sam Darnold. And
it's not first target; it's first catch.
Yeah.
So he could drop the ball, and it doesn't count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like your bet more than mine.
I kind of like mine better, but that's how I felt last week too.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that way last week too, and then I got taken to the cleaners once again. So I got some ground to make up here. Miles is up on me 3 games, or 3 bets, and I'm gonna have to pull through.
Yeah, Jared's looking up at me in dual threat bet and in fantasy like I'm some kind of superhero. Would I be in his starting 5? Starting 5 draft next. This is a fun one. I like this one because I am a big nerd when it comes to superheroes. I am a huge Spider-Man fan. I love Marvel in general. Excuse me. They kind of fallen off a little bit, but I think this ties in a lot to our nerdy side and our sports side. So
yeah, and you and I are definitely a couple of nerds for sure. We both game. We watch a lot of sports.
Yeah. We have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do? It's our starting 5. And we each picked a superhero for point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. And we're gonna name one of each.
And this is in preparation for basketball season.
It is.
Because the NBA season is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right? The 23rd?
I think it's the 21st.
21st, okay.
Yeah. So we'll start with our point guards. Jared, I will go first.
Okay.
This man would be the greatest fast break coast-to-coast player to ever exist. I'm picking the Flash.
I almost picked the Flash.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yep, I thought about it. But you know what? I decided that I wanted somebody with a little more instinct.
Okay.
Somebody who was going to be a little bit more methodical, maybe maneuver around a little bit better.
I think I know who you're about to say.
It's going to be Spider-Man.
Yeah. I actually thought about Spider-Man for shooting guard, but there were others that just made more sense. But yeah, he's agile. He's quick, and that instinct, that spider sense. Yeah,
he's just got the touch, man.
Yeah,
he's got the touch. He's got the delicate touch. So
yeah,
right.
I like that. I like that pick.
I almost went with the Flash.
Yeah,
I almost went with the Flash. I thought about it.
Shooting guard. Like I said, I almost picked Spider-Man, but this one just made way more sense. It's Hawkeye.
Oh, okay. I thought about it.
That dude's pinpoint accurate. He would never miss a shot. Kind of reminds me of me on the court, you know. Never missed a shot in my life. But yeah, that one just made too much sense.
I'm pretty sure I've got video, Miles. I'm pretty sure that I've got video of that. But we don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, wipe that off the record. Who do you have at your 2?
Well, I was going to go with the Flash. But I'm going to change it up, man. You already have the Flash, so he can't play for both teams.
Did you? So you had the Flash written down.
I was going to put him at point guard. I moved him to shooting guard because I felt like Spider-Man would be a better point guard.
Yeah. Okay, you're pulling an audible here.
I am. I'm pulling an audible because I had a couple that I was trying to decide between. All right, shooting guard, Black Panther.
Okay.
Ultimate Defender.
Yeah.
Okay. Light touch, Mad Hops. And I just don't think anyone could defend him. So
you're looking more at like a slash guard, like a two-way slash guard with your shooting guard. Okay.
I'm thinking Marcus Smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, you know him all too well. This small forward might be a little controversial. Have you seen Invincible?
Like the football movie Invincible?
No.
Because other than that,
no. It's the series on Amazon Prime.
No,
like
I have
a whole
not.
separate superhero universe.
You know what football movie I'm thinking of, though,
John,
right?
you've seen this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, John, you keep me honest here, because this is superheroes, but I chose Omni-Man as one of my players, my small forward. Do you think that's cheating because he is a little villainous? Not to spoil, but because he's not like a superhero, or like you could see him as a villain. No, I think it's cheating. Exactly. Yeah. So
So in case you guys didn't hear, John said that he thinks that it's cheating because he's overpowered.
Yes.
It's like getting Superman.
They're.
Well, how convenient, because at
You chose
small
Superman?
forward,
Yeah.
I've got Superman,
Yeah.
so I think we're going to be pretty evenly matched there.
Well, I think Superman would. I think Superman would kill Omni-Man.
Yeah.
I'll just chime in real quick. Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superman instantly kills
Mhm.
Omni-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Thank you for your input, John.
But I just like the cut of Omni-Man's jib. You know, he's got a sweet goatee. His hair is sick. I like his costume. But you know, they're essentially the same, but just with a little bit of power scaling difference. But I think you got the more athletic and more diverse small forward here. So
Yeah, my biggest concern would be Superman trying to take a charge and then just laying out
that
whoever's charging him. Yeah, I think that
blocking foul.
I'm not sure he could take the charge.
Yeah.
You know. All right, man. Who'd you have a power forward?
So this one was a little tough because part of me wanted to say Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic,
Ooh, okay.
because I would like a stretch big, literally. But I had to go with the God of Thunder himself, Thor.
It's a good one.
Because
that is a good one.
He's just
I thought about that too.
Really?
Thought about that too.
God, we're just the same dude. Yeah, our forwards, like my forwards are very very bulky, very thick, very strong, and if we're including Thor's hammer or Thor's axe, that would just be a great like defending tool. So,
I agree. My power forward is also down with the thickness because I went with the Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Wanted somebody big.
Yeah.
Somebody that was going to be able to really bring it on defense. Honestly, offensively, he's probably not going to have a lot to contribute, but
Yeah.
I can handle that. I'm okay with it.
Could you imagine that dude setting a screen?
Yeah,
that'd be unstoppable.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Well, Jared,
what I'm
you
saying.
little bastard, you stole my center because I chose the Hulk as well. But since we're not going to be doubling down, I'm gonna take Mr. Fantastic.
You
at center.
son of a gun. That was my center as well. Okay. At center then, man, what am I? Okay, I got it. At center, Ant-Man. At center, I'm taking Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be unexpected. You think you have a free lane for a layup or a dunk, and that dude just explodes out of nowhere, and probably
man,
kill
I
you.
can't believe you took that from me.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised though. Not surprised. I'm very very Marvel heavy.
Yeah.
Actually.
I wanted to diverse a little bit.
I tried to balance it, but I let you say your picks first, and so it kind of it screwed me a little bit.
Well,
but
we did a good job replacing the ones that we got stolen. So that was fun. I like that.
That was fun. I like that too. We both picked the Flash.
I had the Flash,
and I had to change
at point guard.
Yeah. John's sitting behind the camera, but he didn't listen to our first picks, so he missed our first picks. Moving on to our second to last segment here.
Yes.
It's time for predictions. So with our prediction segment, we took all the games from the week. We split them in half, and we're each, except for the Thursday night game. We're not going to pick the Thursday night game, but we're going to go through our picks for the week. So here we go. All right. Arizona at Indy. I took Indy. Denver at the Jets. I took Denver. Detroit at KC. I took Detroit. New England at New Orleans. Easy one. Took New England. Tennessee at Vegas. I took LV.
Okay.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh. I took Pittsburgh. Chicago at Washington. I took the Commanders.
Okay. I don't think I disagree with any of those. I think the one upset I would have taken, there's something about New Orleans, man. I just it's gross.
Over Drake May?
Yeah.
Those guys just beat the Bills.
I know. And this isn't the NFL, baby.
It is.
You see those kinds of losses all the time.
That's true.
So
that's a good upset, but I feel pretty strongly that New England's going to win that game.
If we had our hot take segment for this episode, I think I would have rebutted and taken New Orleans.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. I was right last week.
You think Spencer Rattler's that guy?
I don't think he's that guy. I think he's a guy. He's a jag. Just a guy. But
just a guy.
New England, I could just see it. There's something in my bones telling me that could happen.
Their defense is so good now.
They played good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all right, man.
Getting into mine, I have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Miami Dolphins. I took the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams versus the Ravens. I took the Rams.
Baltimore's looking pretty bad.
Yes. Seahawks and Jaguars. I took the Seahawks. Kind of like what we...
Me too.
I mean, it's the same thing what we just talked about. That was a huge win for Jacksonville against Kansas City, and then Seattle loses a heartbreaker against Tampa Bay. I think they're going to come out and want blood. Dallas versus Carolina. Taking how about them Cowboys? That offense is looking really good. Niners and Buccaneers.
It's a tough one. It was a tough one for me.
I had to think about this one, but I gave it to Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield and Emeka Egbuka are playing really well. I just don't foresee how long this is going to last with the Niners and their injuries. Like, there's that coaching can only take you so far.
Well, and we already talked about it. Purdy didn't practice.
Right.
Ricky Pearsall hasn't practiced. Juwan Jennings has not practiced.
And Mac Jones' knee didn't heal overnight.
Right.
Like, that's going to be a lingering thing. So, who's the third string? Is it Martinez? Might be the new Brock Purdy. Got the Bengals and the Packers. I took Green Bay, shocker. And Buffalo and Atlanta. This one was actually kind of tough. Atlanta is like the hardest. I wouldn't say the hardest, but they're a hard team to predict because they come out and get waxed against Carolina, but then they go in and put a little of a beating on the Commanders. So I'm going to take Buffalo. I'm going to go with my instinct, but
I hope so. Dude, they're coming off a bad loss.
Mm-hmm.
Or I wouldn't even call it a bad loss. The Patriots played really well.
They did.
But Buffalo's coming off a divisional loss. They're going to be hungry for that W. I think that they're probably going to bring it to Atlanta.
They probably will.
Yeah.
But Atlanta's fresh off a bye week. You could either see complete rust or, they look as fresh as ever. Whose picks would you rather have?
Are we asking the fans, or are we asking?
Oh, I was just trying to transition. We got our Would You Rather segment coming up.
All right, sorry about that, Miles.
No,
I didn't mean to kill your transition.
No,
that
you're
was my
good.
bad.
No, you're just looking at me like, and I was looking to your beautiful eyes, and I got distracted. So, so we have a couple of Would You Rathers for each other. Well, we got one each, but we're both going to answer this.
Mm-hmm.
So mine is specific to Jared as a Niners fan, but any listeners out there, you can just replace it with your favorite team. Would you rather watch the 49ers lose every Super Bowl? They're not going to the Super Bowl every year. Just if they make it, they're going to lose. Or watch them win it once, but you can never watch football again.
This was a tough one. But here's the deal. The last time the 49ers won the Super Bowl was the year I was born. So I've never seen them win a Super Bowl. I've seen them go to 3.
Was that before or after you were born?
Actually, it might have been right before.
February of 90.
Was it 98, right?
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
But granted,
either way.
You haven't seen it.
I've never seen them really win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I love to watch football.
Mm-hmm.
I love the sport of football. So I think I would rather never see them win the Super Bowl. And I got to take a page out of some other teams' books, man. There's a lot of teams out there that have watched their teams fail every single year, but they're not going to stop watching.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine being a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same way. They're getting so close every single year and not getting over that hump. So I think I have to go with sorry, I'm looking up the 49ers Super Bowls. I'm pretty sure. that
we have to go back to the prehistoric age when the last time they won.
All right.
Was it 95?
It was 95. My mistake. It was 95. So I wasn't even born. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I wasn't there, so why would I remember that?
No, you were still swimming.
Yeah. Well, maybe
So-
not.
So this is a tricky one for me too, and you alluded to it of like being a fan of teams who always get close. They're always like good enough, but they always fall short.
Hmm.
But then there are the fans of the teams who are never good and are never really that close.
Right. You have a
So-
lot of experience in
I
that.
do, yes.
In that, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm a seasoned veteran. So
Are you going to stop watching the Cardinals just because they've never won?
I like to think that it would be the most noble sacrifice in human history if I stopped watching football altogether. If it means the Cardinals win a Super Bowl, I'd be doing that for me and for my dad and for my uncle and like all my family and everyone in the state of Arizona, and they can look up at me like I'm a superhero. But I
So
don't-
everybody knows that you made that sacrifice.
everybody knows, yeah. But
I still wouldn't stop watching.
that's the thing, bro.
You'd
It's
have to
like,
give
I
up the
look-
podcast.
I look forward to football every year.
Right. No matter what. No matter what.
Okay, here's a little like
and you can
let's-
still say this is our year.
yeah.
But
I know it's not.
Cowboys fans
Yeah.
do it every single time.
So
Raiders fans do it every single year. Can you imagine that?
let's throw something else into this mix. Sorry, we're taking a long time with this, but
That's okay.
So for the first part of the question, would you rather watch your team lose like every time they make it to the Super Bowl? Do you know that upon like let's just say you picked that option and let's just say you forget about it and every year you think the Niners have a chance because you don't actually know they're never going to win the Super Bowl.
So you have to suffer through watching them
You
lose.
like you're going to have false hope. Because I feel like if you're if you know
I don't know, that's hard.
if
'cause
you know that they're never going to win the Super Bowl.
I've felt the heartbreak a lot in my
Yeah.
lifetime. I've felt the heartbreak a lot.
But isn't it nicer to have the belief and the hope going up to it and then actually feeling that in your heart when you see them lose instead of just being like Marla's like, babe, the Niners are going to the Super Bowl again. And you're like, yeah.
I don't. But it also, isn't it better to like be prepared to like for the inevitable? Because then I probably just wouldn't watch, and then I wouldn't have to feel that heartbreak. But you know, I guess it's better to have loved and lost than never to have
Exactly.
loved at all.
With that being said, I would rather watch the Cardinals lose every Super Bowl that they're ever in. Maybe like for the one time they go in the next 100 years.
I would also watch the Cardinals lose every Super Bowl that they're in.
I feel like you would root
That's-
for the Cardinals in the Super Bowl depending on who they play.
If they're playing the Chiefs,
Yeah.
you know it.
Okay.
Yep, you know it.
Patriots?
I really like Drake May. I really like Drake May. It's not Bill Belichick over there.
That's true.
You know, it's not Bill Belichick. If Mike Vrabel takes the Patriots to the Super Bowl, I'm probably gonna root for Mike Vrabel.
I'd root for them over any NFC West team for sure.
Yeah.
But what about the Steelers? Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin. Think about that.
See, it was different. It was different when we were talking about Larry Fitzgerald and Kurt Warner, right? I was rooting for the Cardinals then.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to root for Kyler Murray?
It could be anybody.
I don't know if I can do that.
I would love to see I'd love to
It
see
depends.
Kyler do it, but he
we'd
won't.
have to see what those teams look like, what the coach looks like, how'd they fare against the Niners this year. Did they beat the Niners to get in the NFC Championship game? Or in
No.
the NFC Championship game? Absolutely not. Then I'm definitely not rooting for the Cardinals. How did you get there? That's what I want to know. How did you get there and who took you there? I think
yeah.
it's if you're up for it, I think it's time for my question.
Yeah, sorry.
My would you rather. This one is very related to current events from this week, and
It is.
I'm pretty excited actually to ask you this one. All right. Would you rather get caught in 4K picking your nose during a primetime game
Mm-hmm.
with the camera zoomed in on your face,
Yeah.
or fumble the ball out the back of the end zone for a go-ahead touchdown to lose the game?
Can I pick both? Kidding.
Yeah, you can pick both, but you can't pick neither.
See, and here's the benefit of hindsight. This is what makes it tough because we all know what happened after the nose picking and we all know what happened after the goal line fumble. So
Yeah, that's true. The Jags went on to win the game.
yeah, that's so tough. I would have to pick my nose on primetime television.
You're gonna pick your nose on primetime?
Well, because then I would just be a hypocrite if I'm sitting up here like trashing these players that fumble the ball prematurely, and then I go out there and do it
And do the same
Yeah.
thing. So you just take I mean, either way, I guess it's pretty humiliating.
It is.
Yeah, it's public humiliation. At least if you were picking your nose, you might win the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a little booger on the football. Help your receivers catch the ball. Get some extra grip.
Maybe that's what did it for him.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what did it for him. He just
He had more lung capacity.
Clean nose. Yeah,
Yeah.
clean nose takes the ball into the end zone.
Yeah. I think that one's pick my nose.
Yeah.
Final answer.
Pick your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like the type. All right, guys. Well, that is the end of our episode here. Sorry, I'm getting a note. I'm getting a note from John. Let me see. Oh, this is a good one, actually.
Oh,
okay, all right. Before the end of our
Okay.
episode, I gotta throw this one out there. It's pretty good, actually.
Okay. And I don't know. what
and I
this is.
love that I'm asking you.
Oh, great.
It's not anything bad for you. But
Okay.
it's a good one.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather co-own a team, but it has to be the Cowboys?
Work with Jerry Jones inept ass?
Uh-huh.
Hell no.
Or be married to Aaron Rodgers?
That sounds like my worst nightmare. If I co-own
This was great, John. Great job, John.
God,
I appreciate your
this is a
input
good
here.
one. I don't want anything to do with the Cowboys, but they are the most valuable franchise in the league.
Here's the other thing too, and I'm sorry, this is gonna get a little bit morbid. Jerry Jones is gonna die eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we could take the reins. I would have to, dude. I would have to pick the Cowboys.
I would also
Be
pick the Cowboys.
Be a co-owner. Be
Mhm.
rich as hell.
Yeah. There's
And
no way
be a-
I would want to be married to Aaron Rodgers.
No, no
Absolutely
way.
not.
No. That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Imagine all the ayahuasca though.
That's true. You'd have to go all the way to, where does he go? Thailand to do it.
I don't know.
No, I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. At least I'll be rich and I could be a closeted Cardinals fan.
Yeah.
While I'm the owner.
Yeah,
So,
it's true. I mean, and then once Jerry dies, you either sell your half or you buy his portion or something. I don't know. And then and then you could just drive the Cowboys into the ground more than
that's
you
what I
already
was
did.
thinking
Yeah,
about. I would
exactly.
just come
You
in there and be a wrecking ball.
Exactly.
Like, you think you hate Jerry Jones? Watch this.
Strip it down, baby.
Yeah.
Strip it down. Nuts
Yeah.
and bolts. Rename the team. Even.
Yeah, rename the
move
team.
them.
Yeah.
Move them to another
We're
city.
going to San Antonio. Yeah, we're gonna extend Dak Prescott, give him $100 million more, and we're gonna trade CeeDee Lamb for a 7th rounder.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
I like that.
That
was a good
7th
one,
rounder
Sean.
could be your franchise quarterback.
Yeah, and then we'll just immediately give him a contract too.
Right.
We'll match Dak's contract.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, burn it to the ground, baby.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Yeah, and we will see you next week.
Have a good one.